back at this F150 again. Now, I think I hit a button I don't want to hit. Anyways, now what we're going to do is I'm actually going to, I got to figure out where in the hell I'm plugging this stuff in at. Oh, God. Let's see, get some fanage going because it's going to be 100,000 degrees today. Okay, so here's the deal. There's always a deal. Tim and Cody are supposed to be greasing a front end loader. I got the front axle in, as you can see. I think I showed that earlier in the video. But what I need to do is to actually just grease up this CV joint here. It's good and greased on the inside one, but I need to grease it on the outside one. And then I'm going to start putting the, well, before I do that, actually, I have to put the struts in. And that's going to have to happen right about now, I guess. Just because it needs to happen. So what I'll do is I'll insert the bottom, and I'll make sure that everything goes the way I need it to go before I go ahead and put that CV joint in there. But what I have to do is grease all this. I've cleaned this all out. There was some dirt and stuff in there that needs to be cleaned out, and so I did. Yeah, so now I've got Cody coming around the backside, and he's going to be greasing the front end loader. But I'll just set this camera up here and put that strut in there, and we'll go from there. Yes, we will. Are you recording?
Yep.
Okay. All right, so we got the struts and the springs in, Got this upper control arm, or yeah, the upper control arm is set in there, not tightened. Was going to do ball joints, but changed my mind because they're perfectly fine. There's no movement in them at all. But what I'm doing is actually putting the axle back together. And I use this Staplex premium grease, wheel bearing grease. And you really don't want to put too much in there because things have to be able to move. So you just kind of get it on here and get everything kind of greased up. Not too. I cleaned it out yesterday. I don't know if I showed that on video or not, but a little starting fluid. And you looking at my ear? Yeah, and then you just kind of get everything that you cleaned out. What do I do with that grease? Everything you cleaned out, you want to coat it with some grease. Just a coating, not an overdosing. And because these are air actuated front hubs, or vacuum actuated, I would say. I don't know if they're compressed or vacuum. I'm pretty sure it's a vacuum. Yeah. So that's pretty much all you do. Just make sure you got everything coated up real nice. And then you're gonna go ahead and slide that stupid, silly thing back in there. Just so. Correct, Amundo? Would say correct. And of course, you're gonna need to do that. Oh, Jesus. There's that. That should get me pretty much in position. Because I will have to put a little more grease in there, I'm supposing. I'll get a nut on that. Gotta find the right one. I think it's this guy here. May or may not be. I'm pretty sure that it is not. Why am I not so sure about that? Well, it's gotta be this one. So anyway, yeah, we got the upper control arms on, and then we're gonna go ahead and put this together. And before you tighten this big bolt, you're going to want to put a jack underneath here and lift that up because you got to simulate weight. If you don't, it's going to clunk when it goes down, and it could possibly cause it to slip in there, or it just be better to put a little weight on it. Maybe some of you think I'm freaking insane, but that's just the way it works. What do I do here? Anyway, yeah, I'm just going to tighten those up and get back to you. Go ahead and shut that off. Okay, we're getting someplace. someplace, not sure where, but we're getting there. Probably wondering what the hell I'm doing, right? We are, or I is, because I'm proper English.
I used to could.
I is putting on grease on the back side of these rotors because I don't want them to seize up. The last time I did this, they get rusty and they seize fast, and then what? This is actually a graphite type of grease, and it will keep me from having major problems later on, like when I go to change these again. I got the high dollar, high quality Chinese made. I bet they're Chinese made, I don't know. I bet they're made in China. I just got this disgusting feeling, because nothing can seem to be made here in the U.S. anymore. They're actually pretty good. Anyway, hopefully they gave me the right ones, because if they didn't, it's going to piss me off. There they are. Voila. Actually, look at that. They have the, you put a bolt in there and you force them off if they get stuck on there. So I guess the grease was kind of unnecessary, but I did it anyway. And, ooh, what the hell? Alright, that's not good. What is that? Oh, that's just a pin. That's actually got oil into it. Well, whatever. They're greasable. Alright, so now we're just dealing with brakes. Everything else is up in here. We got the strut in. Got my upper control arm on. Got the ball joint reset. I was going to replace the ball joints and this tie rod end, but this tie rod end and that ball joint are okay on this side. On the other side, I'm going to have to replace just the tie rod end. But I do have inner and outer tie rod end, inner tie rod ends. I'm not going to replace them. I'm just going to let them ride. So, yeah. Anyway, I've got to knock this off of here when I find my stupid hammer. Yeah, dust. Shot. It's beyond shot. I think I had to tear all that shit off of that. And I did that. Anyway, yeah, you can shut that off. Jerk off to? Masturbates? Lydia and masturbates?
No, I need something to hook up to that damn thing.
Actually, I wonder how many people, how many YouTube viewers know where Lydia and masturbates comes from. Where that was, what that's from. If you know where Lydia and masturbates come from, without Googling it, leave it in the comment section below. Lydia and masturbate. The Adventures of Lydia and Masturbates. I believe that was the actual... Oh, I'm picking on my son again. Get Dyfus involved, Tim.
It's okay, he smiled. We're off the hook.
We're off the hook. He smiled, he did, I swear. Just after I beat him half to death. Yeah, that's it. Alright. Oh, so we're like bullshitting and not even saying what we're doing, right? Oh, we almost forgot something. Sway control. The sway control linkages. Okay, there she be. Now, one thing you do not want to do is tighten this bad boy up before you're ready. Want to know why? No? You don't want to know why? Because on the other side, you're going to deal with it yet. So anyway, so we're just going to put that all together. And for the most part, all we have to do now is stick the fender well back up in there. Right, Tim? There's a little prick. Now, what are you doing?
I need two ends to go onto this hose.
For what?
Because it's got that great big hole and it leaks air when I'm using the pressure washer.
What? Big hole on what?
The garden hose that I'm using to...
Oh, you just cut it.
Yeah, and then I gotta make an adapter.
No. Okay, I understand what you're doing. Okay. Alright, so we're just going to put this in. Alright? This is like a pain in the cojones. I think this is how this goes. We're in with backwards. I think, no, that's right. Now this thing here is really a catch-all for dirt. Right in here. You see all that shit in there? You see that? Catch-all for dirt. So, grease. Look at that.
Cool.
Yep. It's not going to rust now. Look at that. It really pisses me off that this truck is rusting the way it is. And I'm going to show you that before the end of this video series. But take some grease and schmutz the shit in there. What I am going to do when I'm done with this thing, I actually have a paint sprayer, and I'm going to get the squatch underneath there with the paint sprayer. Right, Tim? Tim?
Mm.
Hey, Tim? That's your favorite job, isn't it, Tim? Tim?
No.
Hey, Tim?
No.
Tim?
No.
Hey, Tim?
No.
Tim?
Dad?
Yes, Tim? Yeah?
I'm done with everything. I'm heading up the plane to go get new shoes.
I'm going to go get Jew shoes?
New shoes!
Shoes.
Okay. Got it? Okay, you on? We rolling? Rolling?
We rolling.
We rolling. You rolling. Alright, so now what we're doing is we're actually just putting in the fender well, which causes all the rust, by the way. Actually, it doesn't. It actually prevents rust, at least it's supposed to. The worst thing with these trucks is rust. I mean, really, it's just rust. Rust, and more freaking rust. And you know what? 5mm does not fit that. It's a 6. Oh, bleeding Christmas trees already. Alright, well, that makes no sense. Yeah, is that one there? Yeah. Okay, so, yeah. We'll put the fender on, and we should be able to have this truck up and rolling yet tonight on one side. The other side, I think I'll have to wait till tomorrow. I don't know, because I'm pretty tired. I don't know. I don't even know what time it is. We'll work on them both until we're done. I do have a little more work to do on the other side, so it's going to take a little longer. But for the most part, I think I'll put the fender well in, and then I'm going to reattach all of the little plastic doodaddikins. And I'm pretty sure that one of these goes in here. What did I do? Oh, yeah. Yeah, see, you gotta reroute these stupid things so they go where they're supposed to go. Pretty certain that this goes like so, and up and around here. I don't know how they do this in the factory, to be quite honest with you. They really make them difficult to deal with. Like this. I mean, come on, give me a freaking break. You mean that thing has to be so tight? I mean, by the time this guy's done putting this thing together, his fingers have got to be like raw. And what we'll do is there, you know, that's the anti-lock brake system, and we can shove that in there, and there it is. So, but anyways, yeah, so we're just about done with this side with new brakes, new brake shoes, new rotors, greased that. I don't think it's going to cause any problem with that grease coming out of there, but, you know, it may. I should probably just wipe the excess off and, you know, keep it from getting on the brake pads themselves. But I don't think so. I've seen guys do this scores of times. As a matter of fact, they do it on the... Oh, I know they did. Look. This was copper in this one, I believe. This one's shot. This is actually an original. That's an original Ford one. Because the last time I did this, I pad slapped it. I didn't put on new rotors. So anyway, yeah, so the fender well's back in. I'm going to go ahead and tighten it all back up again, reattach all the stupid little wires that came off of that once I'm done. Then I'm going to put my mass airflow sensor and the intake back in on this side, and we're going to start the engine up, and we're going to see how much smoke comes out of it and how it sounds. So here we go. Gotta shut it off.